This is your boyfriend?
Correct.
How long have you been together with him?
It's been on and off for about...
Like 2.5 years, Your Honor.
And you have a child together?
We do.
How old is that child?
He turned 1 in January.
Do you live together?
We do.
For 2.5 years?
Most of the 2.5 years, correct.
When it wasn't the most, were you living with Miss Schulte?
No.
When were you with Miss Schulte?
3.5 years ago, at least.
When you were with Miss Schulte, were you living with her?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have any children together?
1.
How old?
He will be 4 in August.
Do you see him?
Every week, or every other week.
That going okay?
Yep.
Yep, it's not an answer.
Sorry, yes,
is an
Your
answer. Very good. Okay, now, when you were with her 3.5 years ago, you had a car.
Yes.
And that car was a 2016 Jeep Renegade.
Correct, Your Honor.
In whose name was that car?
The vehicle is in mine and Kendall's name.
When was it put in your name and Kendall's name?
At the time of purchase, it was...
2021.
Yes, it was...
May I have it, please? Thank you. Okay, so it was purchased by the two of you April 6, 2021.
Correct, Your Honor.
And at that time, you two were together.
Yes, Your Honor.
But then there came a time when you had a breakup.
Yes, Your Honor.
When was that?
It was around December of 2021.
And where did you go?
I went back to move in with my parents.
Did you take the Jeep with you?
I did.
Did you have another car, Miss Ruiz?
I actually drove the Jeep for a while until...
No, he said he took the car and went back to his parents. That was in December of 2021. What I'm asking you is, in December of 2021, did you have another car?
I got a new vehicle, yes.
In December of 2021, when he left. So it was agreed between the two of you that he would take the car, even though it was in both your names?
Yes.
Okay. Who was making payments on the car?
I was, Your Honor.
So that was the agreement. He would take the car, he would make the payments, you would get another car.
Yes.
Great. And then you moved back with your parents. Now tell me how Miss Schulte, with whom you have a child, got possession of the Jeep.
So at the time, I was not able to afford the vehicle.
Okay, so you took it, but you had payments. What were the monthly payments?
I believe they were $367.
So how did it come into Miss Schulte's possession?
I did not need the vehicle as I had another car at the time, and she was in need of a new vehicle. So I offered her the deal that if she were able to put the vehicle in her name and keep insurance on it, that she was able to have the vehicle, but she did not follow any of the rules for the agreement.
She can't register the car in her name, sir, because there's a loan out on the car.
Right. But
and they're not going to allow somebody off the hook. That would be the two of you who are on that loan.
Right.
Right? They're not going to allow the two of you off the hook and just have her on the hook. The loan, as between the loan company and the two of you, she's nobody.
Right.
So she can't register the car in her name unless she pays it off.
That was the idea behind the agreement, Your Honor.
Well, I don't know what the idea was. You mean the idea was that she make the monthly payments?
Yeah, she was to continue making the monthly payments.
That's okay. She can make the monthly payment. She still can't register it in her name as the owner because there's a lien on the car by the people who gave you the money to buy it.
Correct.
So she can't register because there's a lien on it, on your title. Do you have your title?
I do.
And I want you just to look at your title and tell me what it says under lien holder.
It says the bank that has the title to the vehicle.
Right. And they actually hold the title. She can't register it in her name. So in effect, what you said to her was you can use the car as long as you make the payments.
Correct.
Because I can't make the payments anymore. Okay. And then you went back to Miss Ruiz.
Correct.
Okay. And when did you go back to Miss Ruiz? Month. This was in
January of 2022.
So a month later.
Yes.
Now, your agreement with her is that she could use the car.
Correct.
She has use this car as long as she made the payments.
And had insurance on the vehicle.
Okay. Did she make the payment in January?
Late.
Did she make the payment in January?
She did.
What about February?
She did.
What about March?
I do not believe so.
Make the payment in January?
She did.
What about February?
She did.
What about March?
I do not believe so.
How long did you have the car?
Until April.
Did you make March's payment?
I did.
Do you have proof of that?
Well, I have 3 payments, so January, February, March.
Yes. The answer, I don't have to see them. I believe she has them. So she paid January, February, March. What happened in April?
She was not making the payments. There was still...
She made January, February, and March. Now we're in April.
Yes, she did not make the payment. We did not get the Jeep back until May 3rd.
Just a second. What happened in April? Did you ask for the Jeep back?
I was asking for the vehicle back shortly after giving it to her because she wasn't holding up her end of the agreement.
What was her end of the agreement? I just told you she couldn't register it in her name because she doesn't have title, neither do you.
I understand that.
Right.
The agreement was that she was supposed to continue to make the monthly payments and she was supposed to put insurance on the vehicle. She was not making the payments on time and she did not have insurance on the vehicle.
No, she made the payments. She made January, February, and March.
Late,
now,
which affected my credit.
Well, that's too bad. That wasn't your agreement. Your agreement was that she was to make payments. There was nothing you agreed that she had to make the payments on time. I assume that your girlfriend, Miss Ruiz, did not like the fact that your old girlfriend had the car that was titled partially in her name. I want you to answer that question, sir. It's a very easy question. You don't have to be a soothsayer and you don't have to have an advanced degree in psychology to know that your current girlfriend and the mother of your child, of your new baby, doesn't like the fact that you gave a car that's in her name to your old girlfriend with who you have a child. You don't have to be a genius to figure that out, right?
You're right.
Oh, right. So old girlfriend didn't like the agreement, but you had made an agreement with her. Now, did you have insurance on the car and was that part of your agreement? Don't look up at the sky, look right here.
It was, yes.
Yes. Did you have insurance on the car?
Insurance was on it for a little bit, but then I was trying to find a new insurance company.
So the answer is no.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then he had every right, despite the fact that you made the payments, to get the car back. Because if something happened to that car and you were driving it and it didn't have insurance because you were trying to find different insurance, because actually you have no liability on this thing. If you have an accident, they're going to go after the owners of the car if you have nothing. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. That was your deal and you breached the deal. So now he asked for the car back because you didn't have insurance on it. You may have made the payments, but you didn't have insurance on it. And you asked for the car back in April.
I asked for the car back numerous times.
I don't care whether you asked for the car back numerous times. You had no right to ask for it back until you knew she had no insurance. The reason you asked for it back is because Miss Ruiz didn't like the fact that Miss Schulte had a car.
That is not correct, Your Honor.
No.
Your Honor, I did not have a problem with her having the vehicle because I didn't want to have it anymore. I got my own vehicle. I was not upset at the fact that she had it. They do have a child together, and I do know that she needs a vehicle to get their child around.
Are you telling me, Miss Ruiz, that it didn't bother you that your name was on the title and therefore you were responsible for that car? And that car was being driven by Miss Schulte?
Correct.
Right. Well, just a second. If the car was just in his name, he can give it to whoever he likes. But it had your name on it.
Yes.
That's psychology 101. She had the car. You have a certain responsibility. You work.
I'm actually a 24-hour caregiver for our son. He has a disability.
Okay. So your lawsuit is when you got the car back, it was damaged.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Did you have an accident with the car?
Yes.
When?
April 25th.
Did you fix the car?
I was going to. I was having somebody...
The question is, did you fix the car?
No, I didn't.
And at that time, you had no insurance on it because your insurance had lapsed.
Yeah.
Do you have a photograph of the car?
I have the police report as well.
I'd like to see and the photograph of the car. I'll look at the police report. And
there's
just show it to me.
attached to
Does the yellow form show the mileage? They bought it 2021.
I think so. Yeah, take a look. So ultimately, you were told that they were going to report the vehicle stolen unless you returned it. That's what the police report says.
He told me after.
Just a second. Well, you told the police the accident happened in May, on May 3rd. Schulte Police then asked you about the accident she said she was involved in. Schulte said it occurred earlier that day on 5/3/2022 near 1500 block of Grenada North. We asked if you contacted the police. She said she did. Schulte said she struck another woman's vehicle and they both pulled over. Police officer indicates, I felt Schulte was being deceptive when I asked her if she called the police about the accident. I don't think there's any other police report. Did you file a police report about this accident on May 3rd?
I'm guessing.
Is not an answer.
I'm guessing that is the day that they called the cops to get the actual vehicle after the accident.
I asked Schulte about the accident she said she was involved in. Schulte said it occurred earlier that day on 5/3. That's what the police report says. You know, there's a saying, if you tell the truth, you don't have to have a good memory. You were involved in an accident. The damage was to the front end of the car. You hit another woman's car. Is that right? That's what
Yes,
you
I
told the
did.
police. That's what you told the police. Whatever it is, you're responsible for the damage. She's responsible for the damage. Oh, yeah. It's mostly to the bumper, right?
There was a lot of underlying damage making the vehicle undrivable. There was damage to the transmission and some problems with the oil after.
That's all right. I'm going to take a look at the estimate. I'm going to take a look at the estimate, then I'm going to ask you a question. Mr. Thompson. Take a look and see what the,
The car?
yeah.
I'm using an 80,000 mile valuation. I don't know how many miles were on it. It wasn't on the form, but it's 10 to 12,000 for a trade-in value based on the 80,000 mile valuation on it in good condition.
Now, you signed an agreement with your lender that until this car is paid off, that you would maintain insurance on it.
Correct.
Did you?
I did not. I took insurance.
Agreement with your lender that until this car is paid off, that you would maintain insurance on it.
Correct.
Did you?
I did not. I took insurance.
You signed an agreement with a bank that you would keep insurance on this car because the car really belonged to them until it was paid off,
Yes, Your Honor.
right?
Yes.
And you did not.
Correct.
When was the last time you made a payment on the car?
The 21st of last month.
The car has been with you since when?
May 3rd of 22.
So a year.
Correct.
And is what you're telling me that you're current in your payments, but you can't drive the car?
Correct, Your Honor.
Where is it currently located?
At my parents' house. It is sitting in the driveway at my parents'.
Mr. Thompson, is what you're telling me that you relied on her statement that she had insurance on this car, which is why you dropped the insurance?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, and you know that you're not allowed to do that,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So to fix your car is going to cost you, according to this estimate, $6,000.
Correct, Your Honor.
How much do you think of that as your responsibility?
Realistically, none of it.
No, legally. How much? If you stopped making payments on the car a year ago, who do you think the bank would come after?
They would come after me.
Because she had nothing to do with the bank.
Correct.
Because their contract was with you. They say to you, we're giving you this money. In return for that, you have to keep this vehicle insured so that we're guaranteed to get our money back, right? And you failed to do that.
Yes.
You can't do that. That's going to cost you $3,000 because you have a responsibility. It's going to cost you $3,000 because you breached your agreement with him. He breached his agreement with the bank. You breached your agreement with him. Do you understand?
Yes.
Your responsibility was to maintain insurance on the car pursuant to your agreement, and he had a written contract with the bank to maintain insurance. Did you ever ask her, by the way, to show you proof of insurance?
I did on a few occasions, yes. And she would tell me that there is insurance on the car, but not actually show me anything proving that there was insurance on the vehicle.
Mm-hmm. And you asked her for proof of insurance.
And I asked.
Just a second. And you asked her for proof of insurance, and she wouldn't show it to you.
Correct.
Often.
Yes.
And you didn't take the car back then.
I tried numerous times. She refused to give it to me.
Oh, yeah, I don't believe that. $3,000 judgment for the plaintiff.
I don't think that I should have paid anything at all.
I think it was not correct.
I guess lesson learned from not trying to help people out, right?
It's a little upsetting. I think she's definitely 100% in the wrong. She lied to us numerous times.
Honestly, it was just like a moment where people stop and you just get so busy looking around and you have an accident.
She crashed our vehicle. It's inoperable, and she told us multiple times she would pay and fix the damage.
And now here we are responsible for having to pay for it.
No, it was totally fine after I had gotten to the accident, so I'm not really sure where that information's coming from.
It is not
was
drivable.
not-
It hasn't
does
been
not
driven
work.
over a year
Guess what can you do, right?
because she
wouldn't give it back.
refused to give it back.
He actually didn't tell me anything about that until after he filed their police report.
One of the text messages, she said, I can't give it back.
So I know nothing about like him wanting the vehicle back until after that conversation.
It's upsetting how it turned out.
I'm never going to help him out ever again.
Worry about my own self.
No, this isn't the first of these kind of things that we've had. The story may be different, but the people have to take away that if you have a contract with a bank, with a landlord, with a mortgage company, the mortgage company is not going to accept the fact, well, I found Joe Schmo to take over my payments, so I'm absolved of that responsibility. As between you and the company, you have a responsibility. I think it's actually very interesting, and I'm not so sure true, if they've been making the payments on this car and it's been undrivable for almost a year, or actually for a year. It's absolutely the wrong thing to do to turn a vehicle that you have a responsibility for contractually, because there's a loan, to anybody else. And if you do so, and you know, because she had to maintain insurance and put it in her name, well, you can't put it in your name because the bank owns that car. You don't
I think that's a great analogy with the mortgage company as well. You know, you sublease a room to a friend and you make your own agreement with them, but the background check, the credit check that the company, the mortgage,
you mean a lessee,
or the lessee are going to use doesn't apply to that third party that you deem acceptable. So yeah, I agree that.
So you'll always be responsible for the rent unless the landlord decides to allow you to sublet without
that's
permission.
their agreement with
That's
the third
their
party,
agreement,
not
right?
yours.
This was not the bank's agreement with
the defendant.
Right.
All right, guys. After watching this case, I have to say something. Yes, Donna absolutely made a huge mistake. If someone lets you use their vehicle and the agreement is simple, make the payments and keep insurance on it, then you keep insurance on it. Period. The moment Donna admitted she didn't have active insurance, I knew she was going to lose money in this case. But here's where things get interesting. I don't think Isaac is some innocent victim either. Seriously, dude? You have a vehicle loan in your name. The bank's contract is with you. The title is in your name and Kendall's name. Yet you hand the Jeep to your ex-girlfriend and then just trust her when she says, "Yeah, don't worry, there's insurance." No proof, no paperwork, no verification, nothing. Come on, that's not being responsible. That's being careless. And Judge Judy absolutely destroyed him on that point. And honestly, I agree with the judge there. A lot of people are going to say Donna should have paid the entire $6,000. But I don't see it that way. Because if Isaac had simply checked the insurance like any responsible owner should, this entire disaster might have been avoided. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Kendall. Judge Judy brought up something that everybody watching was already thinking. Are we really supposed to believe Kendall was completely comfortable with her boyfriend giving a vehicle that's partially in her name to his ex-girlfriend? Seriously? I don't buy that for 1 second. Maybe Kendall wasn't the reason the Jeep was taken back. Maybe she was. But let's be honest, most people would feel uncomfortable in that situation. And Judge Judy knew it. That's why she kept pushing that issue. Now, from a moral perspective, I actually think Donna looks worse. Not because of the accident. Accidents happen. What bothers me is the insurance issue. If you're borrowing someone else's vehicle and you promise to protect it, then protect it. Don't make promises you aren't keeping. And then after the crash, everybody suddenly starts pointing fingers. At that point, the damage was already done. The saddest part? There are children involved. One child with the ex, one child with the current girlfriend. And instead of acting like mature co-parents, everybody ended up in court fighting over a wrecked Jeep. For me, the judge got this one mostly right. Not perfect, but right. Donna caused the accident. Isaac ignored his responsibility as the legal owner. Both contributed to the mess. That's why splitting the blame made sense. But I want to know what you think. Should Donna have paid the full $6,000? Or was Judge Judy right to make both sides share responsibility? Drop your opinion in the comments. And if you enjoy real courtroom drama with T reactions, make sure to like, subscribe, and support the channel. It really helps us keep bringing these cases to you.